Finish him.
There is some of this arcade heroes.
Let the new era begin.
Welcome back to Arizona's Arcade Heroes. This is a very cool video I'm going to show you guys today. Now, I am going to be away for just a little while, so I wanted to rush a video out to get one more out before I have to take a little break for a bit. But thank you for all your support and all your subscriptions to the channel. Now, I know a lot of you love Mortal Kombat. I know I loved it. I had the ARCADE1UP Mortal Kombat cabinet. I ended up getting rid of it for a Hydro Thunder, but when I did have it, it was awesome. And I do play it on my modded cabinet. Now, some of you guys have been playing this for a while and you might be a little bored of it. So I'm going to show you something very cool today. It's a game called Mortal Kombat: The Chosen One. Now, the difference in this game is no longer are you fighting head-to-head. This game lets you take 12 selectable characters: Carolina, Liu Kang, Raiden, Kitana, Tusk, Jago, Fulgor, Orchid, Midas, and even the coolest part about this, Batman from the Justice League and RoboCop, through a side-scrolling beat-em-up that has 8 missions composed of 44 levels. Now, the best way to show you guys this game is to just jump right in and let you see some of the gameplay. It is a free download, so I will of course have the link in the description, and you can definitely play it on your ARCADE1UP as long as you download it on your laptop and you have your ARCADE1UP modified, which if you don't have it modified, please go watch my tutorial called How to Mod Your TMNT Cabinet. It will work on any ARCADE1UP and will allow you to not only play the game that came on it, but thousands of others. So I'm going to jump right into this and show you guys some of the gameplay. Here we go.
Finish him.
Alright guys, so let's get into some gameplay on Mortal Kombat: The Chosen One. Now this is an open board game, so it's a free download. Just make sure you put the pack inside the correct folder to load it up. Then you'll see you need to go in and enable your gamepads, and whether you're using your keyboard, a joystick, or an ARCADE1UP, you'll have to configure the controllers. And then we're going to do the mission mode, although there is free training and the practice mode as well. And you can see all the Mortal Kombat selectable characters, and then on the bottom here we've got the Dark Knight. So we're gonna go with Batman, and guys, it has a pretty interesting story, but I don't want to spoil it for you. I'm gonna let you guys watch the storyline so you can kind of get into the game a little bit. But long story short, you can see there's a little girl that gets kidnapped. They're gonna go after her and try and get her, so they work together as a team. So it's kind of fun because you'll see the dialogue between the characters working together. Even though you only control one of them right now, you can see at the top you can play 3 players at once. So we're gonna start things off with Batman here. Now this is pretty cool because this is the Justice League Batman, the Ben Affleck. We don't see this very often in any other game, so I can't think of any game that has the Ben Affleck version of Batman, other than I think he has a skin maybe on Injustice 2, but he does have the grappling hook, and you can see these enemies, guys, are gonna bring it. There's easy 1, 2, medium 1, 2, hard 1, 2, and I have it on hard 2 right now. I forgot to go in and change the settings. Now you can also set one of the buttons to show you your combos, because just like Mortal Kombat, guys, there's tons of combos on here. And you really have to use your combos well because these guys will bring it. This is just the first stage. You can see these Friday the 13th looking dudes. That's what was cool about this game as well, is it also has the guys from Pit Fighter, and then I saw some of the guys from some other games that I'm familiar with that I don't want to spoil for you guys, but the enemies are definitely high in variety. Batman is, in my opinion, one of the best players on here. He can do that kind of a swirl his cape move to clear some space. You can grab people, you can use your grappling hook, you can jump kick, you can throw batarangs, you can block. So just a really fun game, you guys. And as I mentioned earlier, there's 44 different stages and 8 levels, so the playability factor is huge. I played it for probably over an hour last night, and I barely made it to mission 3. So I'm going to go through a little bit of this, and then I want to show you guys a couple of the other characters as well. We're pretty familiar with the Mortal Kombat characters, so I'm not going to get into a lot of those, but I did want to show you some of the other additional characters. Now, one of the cool things is the knife throwing. If you time your block just right, you can grab the knives and throw them back, and it saves you a lot of hacking and slashing because it just kills them in one hit. you'll see a knife to the face. So if you don't like violent games, this is not for you. As I got into some of the later levels, you guys, it was knocking people's heads off with baseball bats with nails stuck through them. Some of the fatalities that you can do in the game actually dismember the enemies, just like we're familiar with in the Mortal Kombat games. But you can see I'm already getting my butt kicked here, guys. I'm dying left and right. It's a very difficult game. If you don't keep the right proper spacing, they'll get you down. Here's RoboCop. Now, I'm not super familiar with his moves, but I did want you to see the animation, and I'm getting absolutely pummeled by these guys. I'm going to pull my gun out and see if I can clear some space here. So there we go. RoboCop does have the gun. He also has a flamethrower. He also has a jetpack, so when he does the finishing move, I believe he flies back and forth overhead and just blasts people with the machine gun. But with RoboCop, you'll do a little bit more shooting than punching like Batman. So, gosh, I'm just getting pummeled here. But you guys can see there's tires, there's barrels, there's health, there's food, there's knives. Later on, there's swords, axes, baseball bats. You can get run over by cars. You can throw enemies into cars. You can throw them off the bridge into the water. So just a super cool game if you like the Mortal Kombat style of fighting and want to have an adventure game to play instead of just this traditional one-on-one fighting. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of RoboCop here, and then I'm going to get into one of the last characters. Let me see what some of his moves are here. It's kind of nice. You can just hit a button and go in and see the combos. So there's the flamethrower. Now there is a character on here that I want to show you guys called the Chosen One, Carolina. I don't know the backstory on her, but I know that on this game she has the most variety of moves. I mean, she can fly, she can do icicles out of her arms, she can shoot heat ray vision out of her eyes. She has some brutal fatalities. So now that we've had a look at RoboCop, let's go take a look at the Chosen One, and I'll let you see what she looks like. So here's the bonus stage. You can see what she looks like there. Now, they do have these bonus stages like in the Mortal Kombat game where you have to wreck the car before the time runs out to get bonus points. One of the cool ones that I saw was I had to fight a guy in a boxing training gym, and I had to beat up the punching bags, and I did not make it. This one was fairly easy to destroy the car, but when I tried to do that other one, I failed. But let's take her out to the street here so you can see some of her actual moves. So you can see she's got the flying jump kick. Here's the level I was talking about where you can get run over by bikes and cars, and you can actually grab your enemies, and if you time it right, you can throw them right into the cars and the bikes and kill them that way. You can see she's got a pretty nasty grapple where she'll grab them and spin them around and throw them. These guys are chucking barrels at me. It's a lot of action, quite difficult of a game, so it gives you quite the challenge. Here's the level where you can throw the guys off the bridge into the water, and you can see these guys have tasers. She can spiral herself into kind of a fire projectile, so she's very fun to play with. I'll show you a fatality here to see if we can see what that looks like. Let me see if I can get you a fatality. Here it is. Alright guys, so you see the fatality is pretty brutal, pretty bloody, but I don't want to show you guys too much more of this game because I want you to download it and try it for yourself because it's really exciting the first time you go through it. I know some of you guys don't like these open board games and you feel like they're a little bit janky, but you know what, I absolutely love them. I have played the crap out of all of my standard arcade games, and other than trying to go for high scores, I've kind of gotten bored of some of them, so this just gives you a fresh new game to check out. And so you guys remember how to put this on your ARCADE1UP. I showed you on my last two videos. If you didn't, you have to have a modded ARCADE1UP, and all you need to do is just plug the HDMI from your laptop into the back of the VS display on your ARCADE1UP. Then you just plug the audio auxiliary cord from your laptop to the amplifier you have, and then you just go ahead and unplug a couple of your joysticks, plug those into a USB hub, and program your controls, and boom, you're playing this on the arcade. But let's wrap this up, guys. I wanted to keep this video a little shorter today, and we'll get to my final thoughts. Alright guys, so there you have it, Mortal Kombat The Chosen One, a free download. Now I had to search a while to find this, it wasn't that easy to find, so thank you to those of you in the Facebook groups who helped me find this. It's a really fun game. I feel like even if you don't like open board games, you should give it a shot, especially if you can play it with a friend or two since it's a 3-player game. It's definitely something different if you've just been playing the regular old Mortal Kombat or regular old RetroPie, MAME games, or just the standard Arcade1UP stock games. This game will definitely keep you busy. It's a ton of fun. So again, guys, it'll be about a week or two before I'm able to do another video. We got some vacation stuff planned and some celebrations, but I really appreciate all of you watching. If you have any feedback for me or any questions, please leave it in the comments section and I will gladly get back to you on that. And again, this
Arizona's Arcade Heroes.
and I'm out of here.